Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Well, I have one brief announcement to make, just one, before we get started. We promised it would be a lightning round this month. That leaves one day left. And so it's likely a lightning round might pop up tomorrow with a 1 hour show where we will just do a quick card pull for people. So you could join us for that if you would like. It's just going to pop up. You're either going to be around or you're not. We're hoping to maybe generate some new audience and, introduce ourselves to others. Not that we dislike our audience. We just want more people to join the fun. So, that being said, let's move on. Good to see everybody here. Boy, it's feast or famine on Thursday nights. You never know what to expect. So last week, we were like crazy busy, were we not?
Yeah, it was a pretty busy Thursday for a change.
And this week, not yet. But we'll see.
So it is also the lunar new moon, new year?
Lunar New Year. And of course, it is always on, the first new moon of the year, correct?
Yeah.
I think.
And a day or two before the Celtic or Wiccan Imbolc Candlemas Sabbath.
Which is coming. So happy Chinese New Year. I'm wearing the red for that today. And because of that, I'm also doing another from our Auspicious Symbols deck for the collective. See what kind of luck, either with health or just good luck that we might have in this new year.
Hi, Kara.
Hey, Kara. I'll get you on the list, too. I haven't posted it yet. All right, Mr. O. It's your job to pull a lucky card for the collective.
I had one job.
An auspicious card. Oh my gosh.
It's Bridget, who we mentioned a moment ago, Imbolc Candlemas is the festival of Bridget.
How interesting, Mr. O. What number is Bridget?
25. Bridget offers supreme blessings of healing and protection for your journey ahead. Bridget was known for a number of things, and healing and protection was but two of them.
Well, there's a little bit about her here. I'll read a little of it. She comes from the ancient Gaelic lore and is celebrated as the daughter of Dagda, the chief of gods. She represents the divine feminine who protects healers, oversees childbirth, the hearth, fire, and inspires poets and aids with inspiration. The goddess of wells, she blesses waters and waterways. She's also recognized as having power through the fire element or flame, and was exalted by smiths who must use powerful fire to forge metal. The Day of Imbolc is a celebration of Bridget, who brings her powerful light into the darker days of winter and reminds us of our own creative force and the power to give birth each year to the new. It is the space between times, the winter not yet gone and the spring not yet here. It is within this pregnant pause that inspiration may arise. Under her protection, healers are assisted in helping others, and young mothers and babies are offered a veil of light. The power of the goddess Bridget is mighty and ancient. This is asking for you to connect with your ancient feminine wisdom. Feel the flame held within her hands as light, protection, and utter creation that you may now behold. If you're on the healing path, call on Bridget again and again as a source of support and assistance in your work. If you're giving birth to a child, project, or a new path, it is now the time to get things in order and ready for the events ahead. This earth goddess carries the new light that was born on the solstice days and invites you to take it in. It is light that's inspiring, creative, or renewing. Use her light to forge your own path and be the alchemist in your life. Remember to honor the elements, especially water and fire, and the sacred days as a way to connect more with her elemental nature. Nice little write-up for Bridget.
Right, it's a lot of good information about her, and semi-coincidentally or not, it is the new moon today.
Yes.
Yeah, today. Yes. But 34 years ago, it was the second moon in the month of January, the blue moon, actually on the 31st, and that was the founding date for our long ago circle, the Circle of Wondrous Stories. We decided to do it right around in bulk, and the idea of a second blue moon was too auspicious.
Too hard to pass up.
Too auspicious for us.
Yes, I agree. And it was a great run. We had a great group for a number of years.
Nearly 20, I believe.
So that's it. I'd say healing, protection, creativity. Call upon Bridget for these things. And not just that, just think about this time of year. You know, if you're not into the old gods, think about this time of year, the seasonal element, that it's that time between times. It's a time to start germinating things for, you know, the months ahead.
Well, the other older Irish or Celtic meaning was quickening, and this was a midpoint between Yule or the winter solstice and the spring equinox, and so it was like midway to spring. And the idea was this was a quickening time for animals, especially agriculturally. Farmers or different people would notice they want to breed. They want to breed to create the cycle anew.
I am not going to ignore that either, Kara. She was definitely a Smith person. And
she wasn't a Miller or a Jones.
Let's just say
she was a Smith.
No, blacksmith, whatever. She, you know, she was like a Swiss Army knife of goddesses, in my opinion.
I love
that. A little bit of everything. And so, and I really love her dearly. I have a great statue with her. Part of it is her being a smith, as well as some of her other aspects.
Attributes, yeah.
And I think I'll bring it down for Sunday's show, since that will be in bulk. So.
Indeed.
Anyway, one more thing I'm doing for the collective before we get started. We have a small group tonight, so I hope you don't mind, but I'm doing a fortune cookie because it is still Chinese New Year for the collective. Just see what kind of message we can get. Hopefully a good one. You know fortune cookies.
Yeah, something like a belly. I agree.
Kara. Here you go.
Of course, it's a big legend to live up to.
That's right.
Be careful what you ask for, Kara. All right.
What do you
Wisdom.
Oh, don't we all need some?
Wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. I had this one before and I skipped on the same word too, didn't I?
To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. You've got that. You did it right. You know, it's interesting here. Sometimes we need to look at the past so we don't keep repeating the past, especially mistakes from the past. But to live in the past, to keep dwelling on the past, is to lose the future. We need to be forward thinking. We need to be present. We need to be present in the moment now and use history as our guide, and also using the wisdom. I like this seed advice from an older person, not just because I'm an older person, but because, you know, the wisdom of the elders has always been respected. I've respected mine. You know, we should all respect our elders. Sure, some of them may not be worthy of respect, but some of them carry wisdom that we need to hear. Depends. Older people wear a lot of depends too.
All right,
okay,
so
All right.
Ari the Aries is up. And Ari Aries asks, why is it hard for me to find genuine friends?
Genuine friends? Oh,
Genuine
boy.
friends. So in honor of Chinese lunar new moon, etc., I'm going to use my Deviant Moon Tarot. Hi, Libra cuz.
Hi, Libra.
All right, let's see what we get. And our first card is the upright Page of Wands. And then it's the Seven of Cups, which is also upright.
Hi, Ladybug. I'll get you
Ladybug
on the
Love,
list.
hello there. And then finally, once more, upright is the Major Arcana Strength. All right, so why is it so hard to have genuine friends? There may be a story here. Page of Wands, Seven of Cups upright, and Strength. And so it sort of seems like, to some degree, choices maybe. Maybe some people still feel they're not choosing you because they feel there are other choices they want to make. I know it sounds kind of silly, like, what's the difference between having 3 friends and 4 friends? You know, like, it's sort of silly in a way. But maybe there's something about that idea about what they want to see in you. Maybe they're not seeing exactly what they think makes you their genuine friend. I mean, it could always be from their point of view, Ari, that maybe they don't see in you a genuine friend on their side of it. Regardless of that, the Strength card sort of maybe could be indicating that they are looking for somebody who maybe they feel is more passionate in a certain way, and maybe they feel you have rougher edges. You know, that could be a literal meaning.
Is that upright?
It is upright.
Okay.
But I'm going to use that as that
Right.
idea there. The Page of Wands is a little twisty for me, so I think I'll let you jump
The
in with
Page
that.
of Wands is upright.
Yes,
correct?
it is.
Well, I can't imagine, Ari, that you are not the one trying to initiate things. You know, the Page of, because that's a very Aries thing to do. You know, I have to admit personally myself, even though I'm an Aries, I was rather shy, very reserved, very hard for me to reach out and make friends. So this card really kind of in this position makes me think about that. You know, that you have to be the initiator, you have to get things off to the start, and that is the Page, right? For some reason
Yeah.
I thought it was the 7 you said.
No, it's the
before.
Page. This
Okay.
one's the 7 here.
Oh, where? It's the 7
7
of
of
Cups.
Cups, right.
I thought you said 7 of Wands, but I got
Nope, I did not.
So, you know, I also think here that it seems like with your friendships, things seem to get off to a fairly good start. Am I right? I mean, I think you do find some people and you seem to click with them. But then after a while, I get the feeling that maybe people are just going with other options. You know, they might just be scattering themselves amongst other people, or maybe deciding you don't fit in anymore to what they are looking for. And I think here, really, with Strength up right here, I think you have to be a little bit understanding of this, you know, and realize that not everybody, you know, that it's not always easy to find friends in the world today. Number one, because people are always going for the next big thing, or, you know, they're not loyal anymore to any one thing. They're always initiating something new. I kind of almost get that energy off that Page of Wands a little bit too here. And so they're really easy to just be fair, you know, be with you when times are good, but when times start to get bad, you know, they're off to the next thing. And so I think here you just have to be a little bit more kinder to yourself and understand that just approach this without pushing the envelope, without trying to without being needy about wanting friends, without being aggressive in the pursuit of friends. True friends gravitate to you, they just gravitate to you. And so sometimes it may take a little longer to find them, but once you do, it's really worth the wait.
My other take on the Page of Wands could be that you kind of vibrate maybe at a higher level than most people that are around you as friends, and that you're maybe a little bit more of a go-getter, a little bit more wanting to push things ahead, look towards the new thing. And that doesn't denote any kind of, shallowness on your part, like maybe we might have been talking about. It just says that maybe some people have a hard time keeping up with you.
Well, and here's another thing, because I know you're looking for advice here. So I would say with that Page of Wands, be cognizant of the impression you're leaving on people, okay? Just be aware sometimes of how they're viewing you. Also this idea here is too, I feel here to be a little bit choosier for who you invite in at the table. You might be opening yourself up to more people, and, not all these people are going to be true friends. So I would just say be a little bit more careful, because this is like when you get the Seven of Cups upright, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like you're inviting everybody in. You can't make choices, of the right kinds of people. Make sure they're really good for you. Make sure, they're compatible with you, that you both can get along.
So let's take a look at the Lenormand.
I want to look at the Lenormand because I'm hoping it'll give us a little bit more here than what I saw. And one from top.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Sunny. Whoa. What the heck? Do you have an easier time? I'm just going to ask this, Ari. Do you have an easier, if you're here, do you have an easier time attracting men to you?
Okay, so there's the fish, as in a lot of fish in the sea. And there's, oh my God, I want him too. It's the man. It's Leonard DiCaprio. No, it's just a handsome-looking dude.
You're silly.
And yeah, I get the feeling like...
I almost feel like it's like as if men almost want to treat you more like a friend than maybe some of the women do. I don't know here, that there's more of abundance of masculine energy around you.
That's true. That's a good way to look at that.
And so I could look at that too. So with that in mind, again, I might say just don't be, sometimes if you seem aggressive, pushy, or assertive with your friends, that you might want to tone that down a little bit. That might be another piece of advice there as well.
Well, when the fish comes up, when people ask about, romantic related things, we often say there's a lot of fish in the sea, meaning that, if things don't work out, you should be able to flop around to something else. But that could be the same way with friends too. And I don't want to say it casually, but it could be that, you'll just have to keep your mind open on accepting friends and finding new friends.
That is so true. I have to agree
you always
with
hear
you
that
there.
that stereotype. You always hear that stereotype.
I have to agree with you there.
Exactly, and I almost didn't want to say that, Ari, but it tends to be true, and a lot of that is because men at a certain age look at women of a certain type, pretty young, just as an object of sorts for their romantic attention, not necessarily as somebody who could also be a friend. Sad.
So it's a little bit vague, but I think that's the best we can do with these cards. But I don't know, when I look at that man and the fish, I can't help but think that, there may be some more males coming your way that actually might want to be your friend.
Because they're gay.
Well, either or, I'm not going to say,
Right,
but...
Right, wiggle room.
I just have a feeling. I'm just surprised that came up the way it did. So, well, good luck with that.
All right, Ari. Thanks for keeping it interesting. And we will now move on to Jasmina.
Well,
Hi,
I had a
Jasmina.
couple in life, Ari.
And Shan has shown up.
I just want to say it's not impossible. I've had a couple in life, friends who are men, and they've stayed that way. All right, so who do we got showing up, Sean? Was there anybody else?
Just Shan. Happy Thursday indeed, Shan.
Hi, Sean.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us on Thursday night, keeping us company.
So, yes, Jasmina is up.
And let's see. I'm going to scan up there. Jasmina, if you're around, go ahead and give us your question.
Stay there. Stay there.
We'll give you a moment because we are a little bit...
yeah, it's sunny.
Not so much. So we will be back here Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m., our regular scan or time for readings like this. We're also doing the happy hour this Saturday at
and
10 a.m.
sometime tomorrow there will be a lightning round.
Yeah, I was going to let you talk about that.
It's coming.
Who knows?
Who knows when lightning will strike?
Bam, lightning will strike.
We'll just be live, and we'll just do a single card for people for an hour, whoever stops in. So that's it.
Sounds that way in a way, Ari, and I'm sorry about that. Jasmina, are you here? Because if you are, we need to get your question.
Oh, Jasmina didn't leave one?
I don't believe you left one.
I'll take a look.
In the meantime, Bonita, we could get the question from you too. And then that way we'll be ready for the next two questions. So I'm going to also mention that tomorrow is, in the morning, is my happy news show, The Emotional Exchanges. And I actually do a reading for each sign of the zodiac, a top card telling you what's your challenge or opportunity emotionally. And the bottom card is that action required to make it so. But wait, there's more. I also will throw the cards to see which of the signs might get lucky. So that's tomorrow on my emotional exchanges. Do watch that.
I totally feel that, Ari, too, that, they seem comfortable in their own... They can't seem comfortable. Yeah, I don't know if that's just one of our Aries things or what, but I can't argue with that.
That's interesting, too. And, of course, mostly because, right, you're not competing for the same things, So it's easier to be friends, too, that way. I get that. That makes sense. Now, we haven't heard from Jasmina, and I've also mentioned that Bonita should give us their question,
Bonita, you
too.
are up. I'm putting Jasmina at the end in case she comes back, because we do have a shorter list. So, Bonita is up.
Well, actually, it's not super slow, but yeah, I guess you're right. 9
people?
All right, there you are.
All
Thank
right.
you, Bonita.
All right.
A general read. Anything coming towards me?
Your deck?
That's going to be my deck. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
No, it's your
it's
deck.
my deck. It is.
Thanks, Bonita. Alrighty, I got the Lenormand, and I'm going to be using the Cupid Lenormand because, of course, we're on the verge of February, which is Super Tarot Love Month.
I'm sure we'll come up with something, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
I know I have some love readings out there.
Well, everybody should... Well, maybe we could do the Emotional Exchanges live or a premiere like your show. We'll do it a little later in the morning and do it as a premiere.
Well, that might be nice. Oh, you mean that I would...
My reading, it would be like your show. We would just comment on my readings and chat with people.
You would like to think that for Super Tarot Love Month, you'd invite me to read with you.
Like we have before?
Yes, like we have before.
We could do that.
All right. Then it's a deal, Mr. O. The Queen of Swords is reversed. Knight of Coins is upright.
Court cards.
And the Eight of Coins is upright.
That's nice. Okay, in our Lenormand is the moon. So once again, a nice sign that synergizes with the actual moon phase today. And then the mice.
The mice. Well, I don't think this is major issues.
No.
Just looking at the mice being here. But I do feel here that right now you've got to do a little bit of work and pay attention to financial issues in your life, either career or financial issues in your life, and make sure you're making wise decisions in whatever, it is. So if it's about managing your money, hey, it's tax season here in the U.S., so it could be about getting things prepared for taxes, whatever here, because it's just saying that, you got to watch the choices and decisions you make sure you're thinking clearly about what you're spending or how you're assessing, doing your taxes, etc., doing your bookkeeping, and put some work into this, because I think that, things could go either way for you financially, depending on what you do.
So, Benita, sometimes when I see the reversed Queen of Swords in a reading, I feel that means that the client, the querent, may have to make a decision about something that other people are glad they don't have to make the decision about. But at the same time, it sort of feels like a feeling of like, I know I have to do this, and so I'm okay with doing it. It's just not something that maybe everyone will be happy about what I decide. So having said that, I look at the Knight of Coins, and for some reason I do get the feeling like this is related to finances a little bit, what's coming towards you. I'm wondering if you're expecting maybe to change something about working on your taxes this year, because I'm just getting that feeling for some reason that maybe flows about taxes. Like maybe you're going to change who you work with as a tax partner or something like that. Maybe you have to make changes that result in something different in how you can defray taxes or deduct from taxes. But it may be something you just have to do really a little bit at a slower pace. And so maybe that's why the idea that it's not...
Good, go on.
So the Eight of Coins then really also suggests that there is considerable application towards this process, I think.
Well, he touched on something that I was just thinking.
Hi, Jamie's.
Hi, Jamie. He touched on something that I was just thinking, that maybe here, Bonita, if you're working on something right now, a project or a goal, you might want to slow it down a little bit. Sometimes that Knight of Pentacles just says, take it slow, pace yourself on whatever it is you're working on and doing to get better results. Because with the Queen of Swords reversed here, that could indicate maybe a little carelessness or recklessness, either in your thought process or in implementing whatever you're working on or whatever you're doing. So taking some care and pacing yourself through your work will be a lot more advantageous to you. The other thing is, when I look at the mice and the Lenormand, I would just say this, the mice and the moon, that little things right now, little maybe missed details or, missed opportunities or just some stress, little minor annoyances might be impinging on your success right now. But I feel that this is just something that you can easily take care of. Whether it's the fact that you just got to slow your pace down and do things slower, I'm not sure. But there is something here that's a little bit annoying. It's like a nuisance. It's getting in the way of you getting done something you want to accomplish.
Well, if you are having to make certain decisions that result in changes in how you may do things, I suggested a different tax person, but it could be other things related to finance, then this could be saying to me that there's some frustrations because you may have to go back and rethink some of those again, like maybe if it is a change of personnel or a change of a software or some protocol, you might find that the first time gives you a little bit of a headache, and so you may want to change that. And of course, the moon, to me, symbolically can be about the tides changing as well as the idea of growing towards success. Thanks for your question, Divine.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
So good luck, Bonita. I hope that worked.
I want Kyle. Am I right? You said something
else.
Yes,
and Kyle left a question. They said they might have to duck out, but they did leave a question up behind them.
Okay.
If you want, I'll find it for you.
I'm going. I'm almost there. Sonny, I wish you would just settle down.
So how does the energy look for a good car to buy in the next month or so?
Huh.
And they need a car because they need to practice for their driver's license.
Lay down. I can't take it, Sonny. All right. Is it your deck? I see the question. Is it your deck? It's your deck.
Yes, it is my deck.
So you can get going.
I was just waiting on you. All right, so I'm going to use the Midnight Boulevard for Kyle's question. Okay, what's the energy for finding a good car
in the next month or two? How do you want to do that?
I'm just going to do it as 3 cards.
Okay.
And we're looking at what that energy looks like.
You didn't want to do February, March, or anything like that?
No, but we could possibly get more detailed later.
Okay. I just suggested it. Not a big deal. All right.
And our first card is the Fool reversed.
You just behave.
The second card is the Page of Wands reversed. Crummy, because they're all reversed. The Hierophant reversed. Well, you get them too, you know. Did you want to throw out your letter?
Well, that's why I thought if we did February, March, we could pick a month that it looked better. But, you know what? Let's go with this and see what we get. So that was the Page of Wands reversed?
The Fool,
Oh, the Fool.
the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant.
They're all reversed. Fool, Page of Wands, Hierophant. Well, let's just say, first off, make sure you make wise choices. Don't just do something spontaneously. I know you need a
You're
car,
welcome, Benita.
okay? But if you just jump into something because you need and you want it now, it may not turn out right for you. It may not be good for you. So don't make any reckless decisions about this. That's the first thing. The Page of Wands indicates some bad news, and so I'm wondering here if there may be some issues in financing. There may be some issues in, I don't know, maybe finding exactly what you're looking for. Not being able to really, it seems like you're encountering delays or disappointment in the process of looking for this car. And so, sure, you're going to get a little bit antsy, I think, and want to make a move that might not be in your best interests. And finally, what is that again?
That's the Hierophant reversed.
Yes. So the Hierophant reversed is saying, hey, take your time and maybe think of some, if things aren't working out for you and you're not finding what you're looking for in the channels that you're using, then you're going to have to think outside the box and find a different approach to doing your car search.
I suppose we could do a yes or no asking if you will find a good car, but you asked the question as the energy. And so the energy does indeed, Kyle, look a little dicey. When I look at that Hierophant at the end there, I'm almost wondering if that's saying that you might feel your choices are going to be really out of the box and therefore not as viable perhaps, or not as able to ascertain authenticity, things like that. So it almost does feel like at least this next month or so, there may not be some good energies there. The Page of Wands does sort of look like, bad news. Maybe if this is talking about how you put out your feelers, it just means nothing's really coming back.
So, Kyle, are you working right now? Or are you in school?
They may
Or
be
doing
gone.
both?
Yeah. They may be gone. They mentioned they were leaving their
Oh.
question because they were heading out. That was
Okay.
earlier.
Well, there's a reason I'm asking that, but we shall go forward.
All right. So in the Lenormand, we have the dog. That's rough. And the fox.
No, it's not.
Well, that's a little toothy, maybe. I don't know.
Well, the reason I asked is because it's possible here, you might seek out the help of a friend or talk to people that you know that you're friends with to help you find a car. Maybe they have ideas. Maybe they know somebody's selling a good car, number one. Or somebody, some of your colleagues at work or at school, if you're at work or at school, because there's the fox there. So, I mean, if there are friends that you trust now and colleagues that you kind of trust, then I would say to go with it. I think that's the fox here. You got to be a little careful with the fox. I don't think it's necessarily bad at this point. So what I would say to you is it might be better to go with somebody you trust. That's what the dog stands for. Than somebody who might be trying to give you a good line about a car, but you're not sure whether you should trust them or not.
So in other meanings, the fox could be calling on you to be clever. Or maybe it's indicating that you have a friend who is clever and maybe can think out of the box in the way that I said that it wasn't quite happening here. And maybe they could give you some tips or some ideas or help you in some way.
Well, considering the tenor of those three cards, above, I would say this. Go with somebody you trust, okay? That's what the dog stands for. And watch out for people who maybe are giving you offers or deals that are just too good to be true. Or they're telling you something about the car that just doesn't ring true to you, when you look it over or you drive it. So be careful out there. I think we could do a quick yes/no.
Yeah, let's do that for Kyle.
We don't know if it's going to happen in 2 months or not.
This one will be a definitive question. Will you get a good car in the next month or two, as your question?
Right, and we'll see if it says yes.
And we're going to use Banshee's method. So it'll just be one card.
It's not my method.
Well, the method.
It's something I got off the internet. And I really can't
read
remember
the fine print,
source
especially
now.
if it's a loan, something that you're leasing in some way or renting in some way. Kara's right. All right. Will Kyle get a good car in the next month or two, quote unquote?
Oh.
Sorts.
Eight of Swords, right?
Yeah, it's the Eight of Swords.
Reversed.
Yeah. No.
Well, Swords say no.
Yeah. Swords are a no.
But it is reversed, which is really interesting to me. I think here
It is.
You will be pursuing this pretty, you'll be pursuing this pretty, how do I want to say this, confidently, and assured that something will come along. But I have a feeling it may not happen in 2 months. It might take a little bit longer.
The Eight of Swords reverse sort of says that maybe you overturn an illusion or a situation that you felt held you back. And if you remember from the Lenormand, we were kind of tossing around the idea of maybe somebody who could fool you, the fox, and somebody who is loyal. Maybe thinking out of the box here, maybe this says you don't need to buy a new car to have access to one for learning purposes. And so maybe that illusion is figuring out how else you could get the support of somebody to use a car. That's not as easy as it sounds, I admit it, but I'm just saying it's an idea of saying that maybe what you thought was holding you back from getting your license, not having a car, maybe that could be part of the illusion too, that there could be a workaround, there could be a way of thinking out of that.
Well, again, I like part of what you said there, because the part about freeing yourself. So the thing is, maybe it's no for 2 months, but It's because you need to free yourself of maybe some obligations. Maybe there's some things that are tying up
Tax
money
time.
for you to get the car. Maybe there's other things getting in the way of you focusing on getting that car. So I think here, if certain things you move through them, and I think you'll eventually get the car. It just may not happen in 2 months. But I never say never with yes, no's in the tarot.
Exactly.
So you know that the odds are striking against you now. So what I would just do is keep trying despite it, and follow the advice of really going with trusted sources for the car. Good luck with
Kyle.
that.
Good luck. And I hope you got a nice meal. That's why they left.
All
They
right.
went to pick up
And
food.
Divine You is up.
All right, Divine You is up. And Divine left us a question too.
Something is missing, and for how long? Because they're not feeling centered. Okay. Let's see. Should we? I can almost see. And for how long? Well, I may have to do my timing on that. But I almost see doing my what is it called? My reading on that. Read the fine print, yes. Yeah, I just heard, for example, Kara, that our leader, just rescinded some protections to buyers of autos, something to do with junk fees that they attach to cars. I think the previous administration got rid of that, but it's back apparently because it just got rescinded. So they can attach all these little fees in to the car you're buying, and you have to read kind of the fine print to see it. Yeah, just making us great again and all, Anyway, I digress. All right.
What you got?
Well, it's the Eight of Pentacles upright, Divine. So I'm doing my reading on this one. So
Okay.
what is out of balance? I think, I don't believe you're working right now in India. Am I right? You're not working? Is that what feels out of balance to you? Or an inability maybe to work on certain projects or goals? Feeling like that's missing in your life right now, that there's nothing to apply yourself towards?
You're out of balance with your thoughts about career. The Eight of Coins can pertain to careers in a way. People who are engaged in their job, sometimes they're learning more, sometimes they're just applying what they learn. And so the idea that maybe something is out of balance is in that area. You don't feel you have a good relationship with yourself or with your idea about having a career.
Thanks, Shan. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So that's what...
That's what it looks like. Or if I have to get a little bit more esoteric on this, Divine, I would say that maybe the problem is you feel, you're feeling out of balance and out of sorts because you feel something is missing within you. You need to do some work on yourself. And maybe that's what you're feeling. I mean, that could be a possibility here. Because remember, the Pentacles can also be about the physical body.
Okay, and Divine says not working, have overspent. So another way of looking at this too is that maybe you are wondering what else you should be doing, because there's a practical application to the Eight of Pentacles. It is a person who's either doing their job or they're doing something. When it's reversed, you may feel like you need to be doing something, or you need to learn something new to do.
Why is that important?
Why is it important? It is the upright Six of Wands, and that's an easy one to interpret because this makes you feel important, and you want to feel that way. You want people to notice that you are in charge of yourself and that you have this idea of a career. So your career sort of being in a pause mode right now makes you feel you're not being noticed or you're not being given praise for that. And so this also reinforces the idea that your relationship with your career is based very much, I won't say more because that makes it sound derogatory, but it is based on how you feel it amplifies your status too.
So why is that important? Because I think, you know, the Six of Wands can be about victory. The Six of Wands can be about success. The Six of Wands can be about elevating yourself, rising above others. Maybe you need a challenge, you know, in your life, something that to go for where others can respect or appreciate you for what you have to offer. And maybe you feel you're lacking that now. Maybe also this idea, too, that you want to support of something. You want to do something and support something. And
Right.
that's probably what's underlying, you know, what we said here. So where are things headed? I want to see the end card here. Oh, well, I did want to see it. It's the King of Swords reversed. Well, so where things are headed right now is to a frustrating place. You really can't seem to figure out how to get to where you want to be. I think you're frustrated. I think you might be, you know, getting even a little bit upset. But beyond that, I think also you're finding it all very confusing. I think you're just finding it all very confusing. What's your role? What your place should be? And I'm guessing this must be, you know, since you moved back to India, and I'm sure since you've left your other job, it's as if something to keep you busy or working, you know, is what seems to be missing here.
Well, this could be about what you realize now, although it says it's what you're leading to. It could be about what you're realizing now, that maybe you feel you made the wrong decision. The King of Swords reverse could be saying that. Maybe it could also be saying that maybe you feel you still may be in the future not able to make the best decision for yourself, either because you don't have enough information or because maybe you might feel that you're being forced into making a decision or coerced or pressured, influenced to making a decision before you're really ready to or before you really feel you know enough.
Agreed. Let's see them.
Lenormand, you have the fish. This is a good thing. You have the tree. That makes it even better.
Well, how are you going to apply it to this?
Okay, well, the tree is about growth, and the fish is about success, but also, in a way, its own growth, too.
It's really about money.
Okay, it is about money.
And abundance.
Money. Well, I think what this is saying is maybe somewhere within the family connection, as well as other growth connections, is the way to find your way with success to monetary success, which may be a big part of what you want as well. You said you overspent.
I think the tree being about wisdom and growth, you know, too, and being rooted somewhere. It seems to me that you just need to decide to go and seek something out, because I feel the abundance card is here because there are options out there for you, that there is possibilities and potentials, an abundance of opportunity. Sometimes abundance isn't money, but you know, the fish often means money. So if you really want to grow something, you know, you're going to have to really look at your options or find options. I feel like you really do want to grow. You want more growth in your life, and you need a job to make you feel more balanced. Or if it's not a job, something to do. And that's the point. If it's something to do, you know, you don't seem like, I know you've never talked really about having an art or a craft that you are involved in or any kind of creative activity, but you need something to engage you and that you can work on.
Well, a large part of this is you are dogged by your brother's opinions, as you're mentioning there, and that, of course, that's sad and inconsiderate that they feel that way about you. But I do feel that these final cards do say there are clearly some ways to grow. We don't necessarily ourselves know what they are, but we know they are out there. You may have to just really, keep looking for them or trying on something to see where growth is. And
you know what?
I think you have to. This could be one of those brothers, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I was just going to say that now that you've pointed that out again, Divine, that the King of Swords could be saying, don't listen to people who put you down. Don't listen to people who are saying things out of anger or spite just to be rude. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. You have the potential here to grow yourself. You have a potential here to achieve something, but you have to make the decision to do it. And sometimes achievement is different things to different people. It doesn't have to be about money. It could be about volunteering your time somewhere and doing voluntary activities, just something to engage and involve you and to make you feel wanted, appreciated, and needed. So that's what we have for you. That's what it looks like with these cards where they're leading. Good luck with that.
Best wishes.
You are welcome,
You're welcome.
Divine.
We appreciate you staying in touch with us.
And get some sleep. All right, Kara is up.
All right, what hidden abilities can I work on?
Ooh.
Well, I suppose I want the Incubus Tarot.
Well, why for that?
Why not?
Why not?
Yes, hope you get some sleep there.
Take care, Divine.
Take
Good
care.
to see you on Thursday night.
All right, Kara asks, what
You're
hidden
off and on
abilities
today.
can I work
Okay.
on? So that sounds like you're reading again, right?
Yes.
All right. Card the first. And it's the Eight of Cups. Well, that may be knowing how to see that destiny you want to move towards. The hidden ability is being able to find where you really are supposed to go.
Boy, is that a big one. I know. No. It's not your fault. It's this card. It's this card. Because the first card is supposed to be, what is the hidden ability? And we can't say. You have to go search for it.
Well, maybe the hidden ability is knowing how to find your true north in a way. To find your goal.
I'm going to go a little bit narrower on this, and I'm going to say that maybe your hidden ability is the ability to... Well, now I've lost it. I swear I had something here, and now I lost it.
Well, we'll move on.
No.
Why is this important? The idea that knowing when or where you really need to go. Because it will bring great joy. The Three of Cups. Or it's one hell of a party. I don't know.
I think I'm just going to have you lay all the cards out.
Alrighty. And then this card is where it ultimately will lead. And it's the reversed Two of Swords, which is, in fact, making a move, making a decision, moving with a course of action.
Yeah, hold on.
Baby wrote me a letter, and the whip it good.
Well, this is such a weird reading that it started off with the Eight of
It's
Cups.
Kara. Weird. W-Y-R-D.
Oh. I think here that maybe your hidden ability is the ability to journey to higher realms. Because, you know, the Eight of Cups is about moving on. And usually it's moving and aspiring for something greater. And so when I look at that card in the context of what you asked, what hidden abilities you have, I think it's the hidden ability of going to higher realms. I think that, you know, maybe you have a lot more, if you really applied yourself, you worked on it more, you'd be able to do a lot more astral work. You might be able to talk to higher beings and powers more directly. Maybe that is something that you need to work on.
I really kind of like that. And I'm thinking if you are astral projecting one night, you need to come by and pick us up and we'll all fly somewhere together.
We'll all fly somewhere. Why is that important? And what was that card again?
It's the Three of Cups.
The Three of Cups, because I feel like here would be really uplifting for you to make those connections. And I think here that just you would probably find a lot of ally energy out there in these realms, energy that could support your growth moving forward.
It's the three of us.
Ah,
It's a union. It's feeling like you've arrived with something, you know.
I guess he's making a circle out of us or something here, Carol.
Hey, we're an astro coven. But seriously, it's important because you realize this is a communion for you. Whether it's us or whatever this is, it's a communion. It's a coming together.
I'll bring cake. Yay!
Cake is good.
Tiramisu.
You have to bring the meat, I guess.
Where are things headed? Well, I think you could move on this. I mean, I think that this is a decision that you might decide to look into more. That's what it looks like to me because you might make a move towards that. Hey, Alicia, good to see you. I'll get you on the list in a minute. And so it looks good. The whip here and the letter, that's interesting to me as well because I think what it's saying is, you know, how that's the Two of Swords is movement and the whip is movement too. It's swift movement. It's aggressive movement towards trying to make contact.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. So just, you know, hey, I mean, you don't have to start with big gangbusters. Try to go to sleep with an intent on, you know, visiting the realms or do some meditative work, visualizations. Maybe there's some online free meditations you can get that might help you achieve that. So go for it. Good luck with that.
All right.
All right. It took me a few minutes to get to where I wanted to go, but that was exactly what I wanted to say. So I'm content with that. All right, Alicia's here. I'm getting her on the list, and that means Libra is up.
And Libra wants to know what's coming towards them.
All right, we got what's coming towards them. It's my deck. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna get my. All right, this one.
So is that your reading again, or do you want to do something different?
What's coming towards Well, we usually do it that way. We'll do my reading. I mean, I could throw 3. Do you want me to throw 3?
I don't mind.
Let me throw 3. I mean, it might very well be that I think the first card's the most important anyway, but we'll see. So 10 of Cups reversed. Seven of Swords is upright.
No, it says reverse.
I'm sorry, reversed. I was looking at the next card, which was upright when I said that. And the Moon is upright. Wow. Trouble in Paradise. Maybe. I don't know here. The 10 of... Oh, do you want to put that out? Please put that out.
The Child.
Yeah.
Which I think vibes towards that. And the Anchor.
Well, maybe. It could be. It could involve a child. It could
your
involve
children.
something small that might get blown out of proportion, I wonder here. But no, I'm going to look at the Anchor and the Child. Maybe that's something different.
Okay.
Let's start with the 3 cards. You know, the 10 of Cups is indicating there could be trouble in family affairs, people not getting along, arguments over something. And what are you arguing over? Well, I think it's that 7 of Swords there. You're looking for the truth from someone. You feel like you might not have been getting the whole story, and I have a feeling it's about to come out, you know, or some version of the truth is about to come out. And it's going to be a little disconcerting, and it may leave you wondering if there's more to the story. So I have a feeling the argument is about somebody who owns up to something, whether it's one of your children, your significant other, whatever the case may be, a friend. And, you know, there's some arguments over this. And I think that you're not really completely sure with the Moon there that there isn't more to the story.
That could be, but even if the discovery of a secret or something you didn't know that was important causes this sort of dis-ease in a family, your family, or something like that. That's what I see there, is the main idea is that there may in fact be more to discover, but I think just the idea that you discovered or something will be discovered that was a secret or that you weren't meant to know, and it does cause disease because somebody was trying to hide something or prevent you from knowing about something. What was that? Was it about the family itself or something in the family, or was it something else that just pertains to the happiness of the family or the domicile?
I don't know. When I'm looking at the Child, I'm not sure if I'm seeing a child or if I'm seeing something else, but I kind of feel as though somebody might try to intervene in this situation in a small way to try to achieve, you know, to try to make everything stable again and, you know, make everything right. So maybe it's the fact that this person is owning up to something or giving you at least a partial truth of the story. They're hoping out of this that will satisfy you. But I'm not sure it will because of the Moon. I think you're going to be wanting to dig deeper on this.
I think that's true too. And, you know, the child, if it doesn't talk about maybe a physical child or something small or under your care in some way, it talks about our movement as being maybe slower. And the Anchor itself sort of says you're sort of held to this idea of slowly proceeding here, maybe because of this idea that there's more to uncover, or that what was uncovered really is shocking enough to kind of cause a reset or some sort of family dialogue or something like that.
It's a pretty interesting reading,
It's
Libra.
an interesting reading.
Good luck with that. All right. We are on Ladybug.
Ladybug Love. Hi there.
All right. Thank you.
That'll be my deck. And Ladybug, if you're here, go ahead and give us your question. There it is. General. Very good.
All right.
Thank you. All right, so I will use my Haunted House Tarot for no particular reason, just that I bought it out.
Hey, it's not Halloween.
Well, it is new moon.
Houses can be haunted
It is
any
dark
time.
moon, right?
Houses can be haunted any time.
True. And it doesn't mean it's haunted in a bad way.
Did you bring out your little moon deck yet? I don't even remember.
The Deviant Moon, I used it
Yeah.
for my first reading.
I could have brought out my Tarot of the Moon Garden. I don't know where it is right now, though. I'll have to do that on full moon, maybe.
All right, a general for Ladybug Love. Here we go. And our first card is the Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Oh, boo.
Oh, boo, indeed.
Nice start.
Second card is the High Priestess reversed.
My goodness. Really?
I hate the fact that we're getting all these reverse cards. Because the next one is the Magician. And, you know, I've used this deck a lot, so it shouldn't be in order, but there it is, in a way. Interesting.
Well, the good news is somebody's got some good cards for you here.
It's the Sun.
Sorry, it's reverse, turn it.
And coffee. Oh, coffin.
Coffee. You and that
can be a
coffee.
coffin.
Hi,
Tej. Hi,
Yeah.
Tej.
Hi, Taj.
Yes, we can add you to the list.
We'll
and I assume
absolutely
that
add
you're Shan's friend that they mentioned a few minutes ago. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Good to see you. Appreciate that. We're the little tarot readers that could.
All right, when I post the list next, you'll be on it, Taj. All right, and that's... Okay.
So, general reading for Ladybug. You know, 3 major arcanas reversed sort of sounds like there are some heavy energies around you right now. But let's take them one at a time at least. The Wheel of Fortune reversed could be saying there's different upsets in luck going on right now, maybe unexpected things that sort of feel unlucky. They may not be disastrous, but they sort of feel like, oh, I wish that didn't happen. The High Priestess maybe says you felt you should have sensed it somehow, or maybe it is saying you sort of had this feeling it was going to happen, but you knew there was nothing you could actually do to prevent it because you didn't have complete information. The Magician reversed sort of could suggest that maybe you're not sure if you're really directing yourself in the best way towards future projects or manifestations. So this may not be tied on directly to those. It may be just another thought in general that's coming as a general reading. You're welcome, Shan.
Unfortunately, Ladybug, I look at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is not the time to maybe do things that have a risk attached to them, or play games of chance, or take a chance on things. It's just like the luck, and, if you're hoping for a positive outcome, it may not be that likely if you go out and try your luck on something, whether, like I said, it doesn't have to be gambling, just doing something, going for a job interview, doing whatever. The timing is just not right now. The universe is not very cooperative, and I think it's going to throw you off your game a little bit. I think you're going to be like psychically unsure of what you should do. So, when you're unsure of what you should do, you probably should lay low for a while. Because I think the Magician reversed is saying here, maybe now is not the time to, maybe you're not prepared enough to move forward with something that has some sort of risk attached. You have to either be more, first off, luck has to be on your side, and it's not. But secondly, you may have to do some work to prepare for whatever you wanted to do, and you're not quite ready. You're not quite where you need to be to do something with the risk attached to it at this time. It's just not worthwhile. And I think with the Coffin and the Sun here, the Sun is usually a positive card, but it could indicate to me again that this is just not a successful time for you. Success is not going to elude you forever because the Sun is always a positive card, but the Coffin is here, and right now it's saying that there's an end to any kind of breaks or luck you've been having. So we all have ups and downs, in the tide of life and in the cycles, and this particular cycle right now is not favorable for you. So don't go out on a risk or don't take any unnecessary chances.
It's hard to say exactly, but general readings are usually like a week or two, a couple weeks, maybe a month at the longest.
Yeah.
That energy is sort of, really immediate when you ask for that and how we interpret it. So it does feel like, the immediate future may have some possibilities of bad luck occurring or just things that don't seem to be expected happening. And in general, your archetypes are not as strong as they need to be at this time for some reason. It could just be that this is just that cycle like Banshee's talking about, that the Sun does return always, we know that, but right now it just seems like the next several weeks could be a little bit more cloudy, unexpected things happening.
Yeah, I don't envision this going on for very long, but I would say maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks, kind of keep your guard up a little bit and don't take any unnecessary chances or risks because, like, for example, simple things too, like you've got a major blizzard in your area. Don't decide you have to drive to the other end of town when it's icy out and road conditions are bad. Just don't take any unnecessary risks at this time, and you may get through this okay. All right.
Good luck, Ladybug.
I just am kind of flabbergasted at those cards.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But that's the cards. Thanks for your question, Tej.
All right, let's see.
You're welcome,
I'm
Ladybug.
going to post the list, and Shan is up. Hi, Shan.
And of course, that, in a few weeks, none of this will probably be the same at all. Certainly hope that.
All right, I just posted the list.
All right, Shan.
Did you look up a question?
I'm going to look. General, thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, that was my deck, right? So this is your deck.
It is indeed.
Okay. I'm confused.
Why? I just did those.
I know. I'm confused.
I know.
I know.
I know you know.
All right.
All right.
I'll just mention again that our schedule is Sundays and Thursdays for this live stream. So Sundays is 2 to 4 p.m. and tonight is 7 to 9. But we're also on Saturdays, usually at 10 in the morning. Occasionally it's later in the day. And happy hour is our one card per person. No questions, just a single draw that indicates some positivity, some happiness, something good for you for the week ahead.
And
so join us on
tomorrow. There will be a lightning round that pops up for an hour, which will just be a quick one-card reading, and you can just give us a general topic area like love, money, career, school, and we'll just pull a card and see what we get. It's just going to pop up sometime during the day. That show is going to be every so often, and it'll just pop up.
It will be in the evening, we think, or late afternoon, but we're not sure yet. It's just going to pop up, so.
Okay, I have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. That's the world, right? Upright?
Yes. I like it. The world looks like an eye.
It's very cool.
Very cool.
And if we have the cups, 10 of cups upright.
10 of cups upright. Gratitude. Look at that. That's so pretty. All right, Lenormand, let me shuffle those.
Okay, general for Sean. So,
Fox.
what do you got?
The fox.
Fox. Oh.
The foxy fox on the run. And the ship.
Ah.
Nice.
All right, so the Nine of Pentacles reversed is basically a card, Shan, where, you pretty much are in a good place right now. But, you're always wondering, could I be doing better? Could I be doing more? Could I be getting more out of life or out of a situation or out of a job, for example, whatever the case may be? This is a card of desiring more. It's not that you're in a bad place, but we sometimes are not satisfied where we're at. And so we want more. And so in some area of your life, it's not that you feel you're lacking, it's just like you feel you could still do better.
I'm thinking of the song from The Wizard of Oz, the original movie, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The idea that, you're happy, but there's something else somewhere out of your garden, out of your farm, beyond the walls of wherever you are, that you long for in a way, that you feel like, I really want that, and maybe it's because it's a soul attraction of some sort, or maybe it's just a realization that you want more and that you are capable of aspiring to more.
And I wonder here with the world being in the picture, if, the world is about, in this deck, it says wisdom. We get wisdom as we complete our cycles in life, as we complete milestones. We graduate from school or college. We retire from a career. We reach pinnacles. We finish some project or goal that we have started, and we gain wisdom from that. But it's not just because we've reached the end of something. It's because of the journey we took to get there. And so I feel here, you want something more, and you're willing to take a journey to get it, You're willing to start a cycle here and try to achieve it.
I like this because it sort of seems on the surface that there's a dichotomy here. This is somebody who wants more. This is somebody who feels they have reached the end. They're satisfied. But in another meaning, though, it sort of says the cycle must begin anew. So
Right.
I really like the way that kind of envelops that one too. And it's the idea that you do feel you have a lot of the world about you. Not a weight of the world, but maybe a wisdom of the world. You see something, and this too represents your calm, but also represents your need to keep pushing ahead.
And finally, the last card, which
The
is...
Ten of Cups.
Yes, the Ten of Cups. Well, I could look at this a couple ways. Now, that's an interesting card. That's a card of completion in a way and contentment. It's if you take this journey, that you feel you need to take, and this could be any area of your life. This could even be romance, which could lead to what? Could lead to marriage. This could be, a quest for a better job, which could lead to completion and satisfactorily finding that better job. Whatever the case may be, you feel whole towards the end of all of this. You seem to feel whole.
I like that. The Ten of Cups represents the idea of an unconditional happiness. It could be based on family or on those we feel are close enough to be family, but it doesn't have to be that. It really, and all the tens really, in the same way that the world is for the major arcana, the tens are sort of the end of a cycle, but there's always that idea that everything revolves around. We're all about cycles, spirals, circles that go around. It does resonate. I think it feels nice. And I like what this one's been saying about a trip or a voyage because
there's the ship. You're moving towards something. Are you moving towards perfecting a skill, a talent, or a craft you do? Are you moving towards a better job or a better career path? Are you moving towards a sexy person in your life that you are attracted to? It's, you are moving towards, see, this is the journey. It's towards something that you really feel, will complete you.
Right. It seems like there has been enough of a level of attainment or success or completions in your life that have satisfied you in some ways, but you still have that sort of sense of moving on. Are you a Leo? Just kidding. But the ship and the fox, you are moving towards something engaging. The fox is engaging, whether it's a possible romantic interest, whether it's a business, career upgrade of some sort. It could mean those things. So you are.
Okay.
Did you tell me that or did I sense it? I don't remember.
Wow.
But yeah, these are Leo kind of attitudes in a way here,
In a way.
Nice.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Shan.
And I have Jasmina back on, but I don't think they came back.
I don't believe so either.
Jasmina, are you here? If you are, we'll read for you right now.
We do appreciate you saying hi, though, so that's fine.
But if not, we'll just have to take you off the list.
Aw, thank you, Shan.
Aw.
Appreciate that.
All right.
I want the hearts. Where's my hearts? Country Love, hey! How's it going?
Hey, Country Love. Uh-oh. Whoops.
There's my hearts. You guys all know each other. That's fun. I
like that. Spreading the word around,
That's
too.
fun.
Nice.
Alrighty,
right.
So we are on Jamie's Cowboys.
Jamie, you got a question today?
I know you mentioned you were kind of going back and forth or something. What's up?
Hey, it's up to you. If you don't want a reading, just let us know.
We appreciate all the good feels you give us, though. You're always saying nice things about us, so we really appreciate that. There, it says, I'm off and on today. Well, we'll give you a minute. I think Shan invited Tej, so it was kind of cool.
We'll give Jamie just a minute, and maybe they had to leave. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll give Jamie a minute, but real quickly, I will mention that Banshees Material Matters is on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. This is a recorded video for all of the signs of the zodiac. However, it premieres, and we all gather live. And really, it's like a whole bunch of us. We just all group up in here, have fun, talk about what we're drinking, or talk about the reading. So join us for that.
Oh, that was
Is
so
Sid
nice
lurking
of you.
here? Uh-oh. I know your question was about Sid. Very good.
Well, Jamie's Cowboys, we're going to pass you by because maybe
If
you
you come
just
back, maybe we'll
watching.
get you in. We'll see. But we are technically in our last half hour now. So therefore, we're going to move on to Alicia. Hi, Alicia. If you are watching, there you are. Hey,
There you
how's it
are.
going?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make the camera thing happen. And it won't. Supposedly when I do certain finger gestures, I'm not going to do that one. Something will happen on camera.
You can always just go here and grab hearts,
Your latest bid. Any news on your latest bid? Let's see.
That would be Mr. O's text. I hope it's a good one.
And I'm going to use the Barbieri. Is that the one I'm using? I think it is. Yes, the Barbieri. All right. I love our fascinating questions. All right.
You're still waiting. Oh.
It's been a couple weeks, hasn't it? one more.
Well, Mr. O, I may have to go get a haircut this month.
Why?
It's a little early. Well, my bangs are gone.
Oh, but they look darling.
No. I like
Drooping in
having
your
bangs here
eyes.
over my eyes.
All right, here
And
we
the
go.
hair is too long.
News on the latest bid.
All right.
So we'll see how the cards map to that. All right, so it is the Lovers upright.
Upright.
Nice,
Wow.
a nice start, I think. And then it is the Six of Cups upright. That's nice. I wonder if I can map these to that idea. And then reversed, we have the Seven of Swords, which of course is probably a nice way to have that if you're going to have it.
Well, it sounds like maybe that's something, but then we've got this.
The Crossroads. Which way you going, Billy? Can I go there too? Sorry, everybody.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, I'm not. Thanks for your question, Country Love.
All right.
I'm a lounge lizard
Oh,
singer
my
that didn't make
God.
it, so
Oh.
she's doomed to suffer with me.
Oh, long-suffering wife. Okay. So what was that one again?
That's the Lovers.
Yeah, the Lovers. So I guess I'm hoping that this means that there will be a favorable choice being made, that they will be fair in their choice, or just, they'll do what's right in their choice. But what does that mean for you? I don't know if that means that it will benefit you or not. How are you reading that? You think
Right.
it's a
The
benefit?
Lovers really speaks to the idea of making a right decision. But of course, the point of view is not exactly sure to us in a way. Is it their point of view that choosing the way you want the bid to go is good, or is it your point of view? The other idea too, though, is that maybe this involves, if there are clear parameters with this, is one really like clearly a beautiful choice, the other one is more dubious. I don't know. Sometimes these kind of choices probably aren't like that. They might be nearly equilateral, but maybe there's an edge there with that thinking.
The Seven of Swords is at the end, right?
It's at the end.
What's in the middle?
The Six of Cups
Yes.
upright.
So, is this something you have, is this somebody you have worked with before, or you tried to put a bid in before, or that they...
I almost remember you might have said that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it does feel that way. Six of Cups, I mean previously when you were talking about this, not tonight. The Six of Cups does sort of add a familial air to it if it's not family per se. And of course, you mentioned your son sometimes works with you, so there's that thought there. But this is about what you said about the bid, and I get the feeling like...
I have tried a few times. Okay. Well, I wonder if maybe that might play to your advantage here. I mean, maybe they've rejected or have, didn't give you that before, but maybe, your persistence may have an influence this time.
Right. I mean, there's family or relation type things about the Six of Cups, but obviously not everybody is, that kind of a relative to each other. So then it just talks maybe about a familiarity, but you said, no, you don't really know them. So this could be saying that they feel like as they do get to know you, or as you get to know each other, they may be more disposed, if that's possible. But I don't know that I can tell you that that's what's really happening in your question. I'm not sure I feel that way.
Well, I think you're going to find out fairly
Seven of Swords.
soon, because the Seven of Swords is reversed here, and it's usually like the truth coming out, or information that you need to know is coming out. And I think that they have been, now I don't know, you've been waiting a while maybe. They've been really kind of at the crossroads on this. I can't, if there's more than one person that is deciding on this bid, there may be some people that want to go one way and some people that want to go another. So it's possible here, that's the key, is if everybody can determine that, you are the right person, then this will work out for you. They're going to do what's right for them.
That's interesting because, of course, the crossroads sort of aligns with the lovers in that respect. The idea
my gosh,
of
November.
making a decision.
Yeah. So I don't know how long these things take, different circumstances. Different
And that's what I was going to say is
things,
the key may be realizing you are at this crossroads and you are at this mercy. There may not be anything more we can tell you other than it just seems like it's really up in the air here.
I'm going to really throw a wrench into things now.
I love
Let's
you when
get
you
the
do that,
timing
Banshee.
cards out.
The timing cards.
Yes. And see if it's going to take 3 years. Never. I would say if you get something really outlandish, then the bid is probably not going to happen. But I want to see if it can tell us when you're going to find things out. I mean, I assume you're going to find out either way, right? They should be obligated to let you know.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Within 90 days. Oh, okay. Well, then maybe this is not going to be that helpful, but let's just see what it says. Yeah. Well, this said 6 months, which I doubt, but this card is interesting to me. It says, stop ruminating over the past. It's limiting your movement forward. No time can be determined right now. So I guess what this is saying is...
It goes with the crossroads.
Well, no, I think what it's saying is you just got to keep on, with other projects, other bids, other things that you're working on while you're waiting for this. In other words, don't worry about it. You're going to find out when you find out, and don't ruminate too much over this. And it's like you said there, you're going to keep trying anyway. So I would just say you're going to find out when you find out. It's not very clear here. I feel they're definitely going to do what they think is right for them. But I do like that Six of Cups being there. I keep thinking your persistence might eventually pay off with them.
I like that. The Six of Cups does sort of talk to that because it really talks about familial or family traditions that sort of engender longevity or viability. I mean, that's sort of like, you can parse that out from that, but that is really what it is, that good families or good growthful situations know how to tough it out.
Yeah, I think, in this case, that card was for you, the ruminating card. But, it could be them too. Are they just hedging and, not thinking this through? But if they have 90 days to get back to you, they're just waiting to the end to do it for whatever reasons. I don't know how many other bids they may be looking at, for example. So it's hard for me to say. But I'll tell you what, just don't rule it out. If you think that someday you're going to be able to get in there, I have a feeling persistence pays off sometimes. So
it does.
Keep trying.
Good luck, Elisa.
Good luck with that.
Thanks for seeing us today.
And if you haven't heard by, in a week or two, hey, come back and we'll look at this again and see if the cards are giving us a more definitive answer, okay?
They definitely played a little bit here.
They did a little bit, yeah.
All right, so we are on our new person, Tejzave Saxana. I probably didn't say that right, but I tried. I used to work in a hospital, and I could pronounce doctors' names back then that were multi-syllable. Thank you, Alicia. You're welcome. And so that's an interesting little question you had there, Tej. Let me see if I can roll back to that. When you talk about people lurking, I'm like, yeah, I want to know about this. How did Sid feel after seeing me today? So are we going to go with that kind of? How did Sid feel after seeing you today?
Yeah.
Is that your deck or mine?
That would
your
be
deck.
my deck. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scandalous that way, vicarious or something. It's the Scorpio part of me.
Scandalous. All right, let's use this deck.
Don't forget to put those away.
Yes, sir. Oh, did I repost a list of the leads yet? I didn't mean to do that. Hold on a minute.
Would you like me to close the list?
Yeah, I guess you could. That'd be
I
a
think
good
so.
idea. Bye, Sonny.
So you guys that are on Country and Tej, you are still on, of course. We will finish up with you. Blame it on the Scorpio, that's right. No one understands country love.
Oh, Jeremy. Right. Okay.
Is this your reading or just a general 3 out?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
3
well.
out. And we start with, holy moly.
Oh, Scorpio moon.
It's,
I know about the Scorpio moons.
It's
All right.
the 10 of Cups.
Whoa. Girl, you're in a heap of trouble.
And it's the Emperor reversed.
The Emperor reversed.
And the Page of Swords upright.
One of the persons who I do consider one of my best friends is also Scorpio. They claim to have all their planets in Scorpio. I've never known for sure if they're just fibbing me. They seem pretty Scorpionic all the way through. But they think that I'm the most ambiguous person they've ever known as a Scorpio. So I'm a little ambiguous. All right, Tesh, let's see what's going on here. How did Sid feel about you after seeing you today? The 10 of Cups. That's a lot of happiness there in the 10 of Cups. But that's the kind of happiness that isn't strictly romantic happiness. It could also be about other forms of happiness, especially more unconditional. Like we love our coworkers, we love our friends, we love the people in the church we know, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. So maybe that suggests that he's on board with being a really good friend in many ways.
So is this somebody you know or have a relationship with?
They know him enough to know his moon is Scorpio.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that. I think here this person, you might them see. You want to know how they felt after seeing you?
Right.
I think you made them happy.
Wait, this is someone I am interested. Okay, for a minute I thought you had a split personality. Like, oh, Tej, so you're really Sid? Oh, you gave me a heart attack for a moment. Sorry, Barb.
I don't know what's going on anymore, so I don't know. Am I reading for another person or
No,
what?
the question has always remained that they saw Sid today and they want to know how Sid feels after seeing them.
Let's focus on this, please. So I think here this is saying that you made them happy. You made them feel really good and content. There's a lot of things about contentment here, I feel. There could be some love attached to this for sure. But, as Mr. O pointed out, I think he talked about friends and familiarity. It could just be that they feel very, happy communicating and being friends with you. But, it is a cup card. There could be some passion and romance here. I can't say for certain because the other cards are necessarily leading that way. But I will say this, they feel really good about you. And so let's move on.
The Emperor reversed. Is it possible that they feel like they don't have control when they think about you? Like and that almost adds to the idea like maybe they're losing control of themselves when they think about you or what they feel about you. The Emperor could also be somebody who is a controlling personality, somebody who doesn't listen to wise counsel around him, but maybe decides things for themselves.
Well, this could be somebody who does like to dominate and control things, but in relation to your question, I think here that it's saying that maybe they didn't come off as being that, secure. Maybe you're wondering about them because they just didn't give you a strong enough signal of how they were feeling. I think that might be what it is here too, is they may have come off a little bit colder or unreadable might be a better word.
I didn't understand that because the question is really how does Sid feel after seeing them?
Right.
Okay, it sounded like you were going the other direction. How does Tej feel about Sid?
No, this is about Sid.
Okay.
This is about Sid. I'm sorry. So maybe, they were being... Okay, I'll reframe it a little bit. I could reframe it by just saying that maybe they were being a little bit cagey about their feelings. They were trying to hold back, their feelings a little bit. Because the Emperor, when he's upright, he can be very benevolent, he can be very kind, he can be very nice. When he's reversed, he kind of holds a little bit of that within him. It's not that he acted badly, but he didn't really want to show necessarily his true feelings, one way or the other.
I can go with that because I guess you sort of feel that way too, Tej. So that leads us to the Page of Swords. And do you want me to go again, or?
Yeah, why don't you?
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
The Page of Swords, how is he feeling about you? Well, he wants to come across, okay, what does he feel after seeing you? He either feels himself as being that kind of personality, wants to be diplomatic, wants to be graceful, wants to approach you in a way that sort of feels not exactly weighing one way or the other. It's not exactly non-judgmental though. I mean, I think he wants you to see him like sort of as an eloquent kind of personality, but without necessarily having a weight one way or the other.
I feel this means he will be communicating with you again. Okay. I think I have a feeling, he wants to talk to you more. You'll probably have some conversation with this person, maybe, or, whether you chance meet them again, or if you are communicating online, whatever the case may be, it just seems as though there's going to be more.
Yeah, I guess I have to agree with that, really, because pages are communications. They also talk about things that could be beginning or moving towards that kind of a focus.
It could be.
So then we have our Lenormand. You're in no contact right now. And that card is the key, the first one. And the second one is the garden. And look, there's happy people having a party or something.
So you're not in communication right now, but I think it will happen again. Whether it's through social media, because the garden can be about networking or meeting people in like a bigger picture place, like, the internet. But also it could be physical meetings. Like you might have a chance meeting at a party or at an event or at a bar, somewhere you frequent. The key is that there will probably be some place that you're going to wind up back together, and there'll be some communication. So I would think if there's any way to keep the lines of communication with this person going, if you're interested, and I know you say there's none now, but should you meet them again in whatever capacity, you should try to say, hey, can we connect more? Can we chat more? Whatever the case may be.
I'm nearly 70 years old, and I have no idea how people communicate or get together these days. So I just feel like it is an opportunity that's bound to happen
I
eventually.
think it's possible. I do. So keep
Good
hope
luck.
alive here. I mean, I wouldn't bank everything on this, but don't hold your life up waiting for this person to come. I just have a feeling there could be some opportunity, an opportune meeting that comes up, and that's the key. Or, where you're in the same place at the same time again, and maybe you can strike up a conversation. It just
So
looks
somebody
that way.
knows he's a Scorpio moon, but Tej, what's your astrology? I'm just wondering if it's possibly compatible with him or not. Do you know your moon sign, or is your main sign compatible with Scorpio? I'm curious. At any rate, we will move on to our friend Country Love. You're an Aries sun.
Yay!
Aries sun sign, Scorpio sun sign. We get along pretty good. We've
do.
been married 43 years.
And we've been together
47.
47 or 8. 48, I think, this year.
A little time off for bad behavior.
What? Very little time off.
Very little time off.
All
He's a
right.
Taurus sun sign. Okay, so his Taurus sun and his Scorpio moon makes him incredibly dynamic, in my opinion. And he probably is very sensual and loves sensuality. So it may not work out the best for you.
Well,
Or it
good
might. I
luck
don't
with
know.
that. I'd say good luck. So it looks, promising here. I
It does look
I
promising.
see at least that there could be room for more dialogue.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
hopefully
So see, there you have it. Your Cancer moon would go with his Scorpio moon.
Ah.
I think you guys have some astrological possibilities. All right, we're on Country Love then.
We
So
are.
thanks for subscribing, and
Hope
loved
to see
having
you
a little
again.
fun with you tonight, Tej. Thank you. Hey, you. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Good. All right. Well, I hope it works out. I do. Good luck with that.
Thank you, Tej.
And thanks for the feedback. And subscribing. All right. You trying to get him up here again? Is that it?
Well, I wanted to do it before I start doing something that would get in the way.
Hello.
How did my DJ feel when he saw me today? Hope I wasn't the only one fighting butterflies.
All right.
Virgo and Libra. Some astrologers believe that people born within 30 days of each other, and I don't know if that's like the whole 30 days or 15 and 15, are very compatible. And I suppose that's based on the fact that your Mercury and inner planets, Venus or Mars, may be similar because those are the fast moving planets. So offhand, I'd say it's not bad. I don't think there's anything really bad about that. Hey, baby. Come here. Yeah.
All right. It's your deck, isn't it?
No, it's your deck. Because I used this one. Didn't
Oh,
I?
I could have sworn I used
Wait, what did you use?
this one and you used those.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll pick another deck.
Well, at the rate your decks are going, I don't mind using mine, but you need to mix
Mr.
those
O is
suckers.
going to use the Olympus Tarot.
Oh, that's
O
an
for
oldie.
Olympus and
my goodness.
Oberon.
That's an oldie.
Oh, whaty?
An oldie.
The deck?
Yeah, the Olympus deck.
You gave it to me, right?
Right, but it's an old deck, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, it's
I
not
just
old
said
to
it's
me.
an oldie.
It's not old to me.
I did give him that deck. Well,
No, our decks give the news they're supposed to give. You know that, country.
Hey, we'll see. No, our decks give good news, they give bad news. Sometimes, for some reason, all they have is bad news. I like to tease that he has the bad news decks, but that's not always true.
So how did your DJ feel when they saw you today? All right.
Reversed?
Yeah.
Go on, what is it?
The devil.
Ah!
It's the devil reversed, and I love it. I love that.
Okay.
And then the next card is the Nine of Cups. Shazam. The Nine of Cups upright.
Whoa. What?
And then your final card, Country Love, is the Eight of Swords reversed. Look at that. Achilles. So they're actually interesting when they're reversed in this case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you want me to go ahead or do you want to?
Well, it's interesting to me that these two cards here, the ones on the outer sides, the, what is that again?
That's the devil reversed.
The devil reversed. And the Eight of Swords reversed indicate a sort of liberation or freedom.
Big time.
And it's a good feeling. So in other words, DJ felt really good, felt liberated, felt, free, really, in some way, seeing you again. It was a positive experience. And with the Nine of Cups upright, it's almost as if they were happy to see you. They almost like they wanted to see you today.
This is a really powerful reading, in my opinion. The devil reversed and the Eight of Swords, it's like a double whammy of them saying, you set them free. Seeing you makes them feel less oppressed, makes them feel like illusions or things that have been clouding their mind or preventing their positive movement seem to have vanished. And they feel like you bring them a lot of joy and happiness. That's the wish card.
That's the wish card. Did they really want to see you? That's what I'm saying. It sounds like they wanted to see you, or they're wishing for something positive to come from seeing you, maybe. It could be that. I feel here that, those cards are very powerful around it. It's a powerful feeling of release. Like maybe even if they were having a bad day before you saw them, that totally changed, which is kind of nice. I like it. Let's throw the Lenormand here.
Owls are birds, right? So the owls, which are birds in Lenormand.
And what did you throw out there? Little heart faces there? Well, guess what? You got the heart.
Oh, heart.
So I don't know. I think they loved the communication. I think they loved seeing you today, the heart and the owls. The owls about communicating, seeing each other. So I guess that's what happened, connecting. And they loved it. They loved it. And maybe there's feelings there for you.
So no butterflies, just some birds with strong wings,
Did you have anything else to add to that or not?
It's really clear there.
Yeah.
They would love to communicate more is probably what that really means.
Yeah. Well, it looks good.
So
Fingers crossed, I hate to give people the good advice if it just tanks, but that's what the cards look like right now. Like you left them with good feelings. And so hopefully you'll hear from them again. That's what it seems like to me, but good luck with that.
All right.
All right, we are done.
I love
it.
We're done literally on time. That never happens around here.
You're right. Wow. Woo.
Well, we love you, so we
Thursdays
never mind doing, our extra time because we love you guys.
On Thursdays it happens that we end early sometimes.
You're welcome, Country Love.
We don't get the same amount of people. And then sometimes we drag with our readings because we take a little bit more time. Well, I want to thank everybody. Some of these questions are really good, and I thought some of these readings were really tight. Some of them maybe left a little bit of, how should I say? I don't want to say ambiguity, but it left it open, the answer to be a bit more open. So, hey, join us on Sunday. It is Groundhog Day, and it's also Bridget's Day, as we know. And so maybe we'll do some special readings, and who knows? Maybe I'll bring out the wheel and we'll just do a card.
And it's what we call in February Super Tarot Love Month.
Yes.
So we're going to have to brainstorm something new for that because we haven't really done a lot of planning. But
well, people have been talking about us doing a past life reading, and maybe we'd bring it back by doing one about past life loves and, talking about the impact that a relationship you had in a past life had on your present life, has on your present
hold that thought and we'll talk after this.
Yeah. So, just some ideas floating around in that crazy brain of mine. That crazy Aries brain of mine. Hey, all right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you. And do come back because we appreciate you. And we will see you soon, hopefully. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.